That massive headache that so many businesses deal with, the disconnect between running your day-to-day operations and actually finding the best suppliers out there? Well, today we're going to solve it. We are mapping the entire journey from your central system, SAP S/4HANA, all the way out to the global marketplace of SAP Ariba and back again. I mean, just think about it for a second. What if they could? No more clunky manual data entry. No more information getting lost in translation between departments. Just one smooth, automated flow from the moment you realize you need something all the way to getting it. Look, this isn't some far-off fantasy. It's the promise of a truly connected company, and we're about to break down exactly how it works. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the problem we're trying to solve here. For a lot of companies, the world of daily operations and the world of strategic sourcing are like two different planets. In that gap, that disconnect, it's not just annoying, it costs real money. Right? When your teams are stuck shuttling information back and forth between systems by hand, you're not just burning through hours, you're basically rolling out the red carpet for mistakes. You totally lose that clear line of sight from the initial need to the final contract. And when you can't see what's going on, you're almost definitely not getting the best deals possible. So, to really get how the solution works, we need to meet the two main players in our story. Now, they might operate in different worlds, but they are absolutely united by one single goal: making your business run smarter. Let's meet them. So on one hand, you've got SAP S/4HANA. Think of this as your company's home base, its operational core. It's the system of record where all the day-to-day stuff happens, from finance to logistics. Then you've got SAP Ariba, which is this huge global marketplace. This is your command center for finding suppliers, negotiating deals, and working with partners all over the world. And you know, every great story needs a hero, right? Well, in our explainer today, that hero is the sourcing request. It might just look like a simple packet of information, but its mission is super important: to go out from its home base and find the absolute best supplier for whatever the business needs. So, where does our hero's journey actually begin? Well, it all kicks off with a single need, identified deep inside the company's operational core. This is that first critical handoff. It all starts really simply. Someone in the organization realizes they need a product or a service, so they create what's called a request for quotation, or an RFQ, right there inside S/4HANA. But here's the cool part. Instead of just sitting in someone's inbox, that request gets automatically bundled up and sent, kind of like a digital diplomatic pouch, straight over to the SAP Ariba network. No one has to lift a finger. Okay, so our hero, the RFQ, has arrived in the bustling Ariba marketplace. And this is where the action really starts. This is the main event. It's where competition drives real value and the best deals are brought into the light. Once it's in Ariba, the request kicks off what's called a sourcing event. Now, don't let the jargon throw you. You can just think of it as a formal, competitive process that gets suppliers to put their best offers on the table. It's basically a structured digital negotiation. And these events can look a few different ways, right? You might start broad with a request for information, an RFI, just to see who's out there. For more complicated needs, you'd probably use a request for proposal, an RFP, where suppliers submit really detailed plans. And for something simple like a commodity, hey, you could run a fast-paced live auction to get the best possible price. So our little sourcing request is now the star of the show. It's become the catalyst for this whole event, inviting all these qualified suppliers to compete for your business. It's out there, actively working to fulfill its mission. Find that perfect supplier match based on price, quality, delivery time, whatever matters most to you. All right, the bids are in, the negotiations are done, and the dust has settled. A decision has been made, the sourcing event has a clear winner, and now it's time for our hero to complete its journey and bring all that value back home. After all that competition, all the proposals, the entire process, it all boils down to this: one single winning bid. And there you have it, mission accomplished. The choice isn't just a random guess. It's a decision backed by data, identifying the one supplier who offers the absolute best value. The deal is officially awarded. But hang on, the journey doesn't end in Ariba. And this is probably the most crucial step of all. That winning bid information, the pricing, the terms, all of it, automatically flows right back into SAP S/4HANA, updating your core system. The loop is officially and seamlessly complete. Okay, so we've followed our little packet of data on its entire round trip. But let's be real, So what? What does this all actually mean for a business? What's the real-world impact of having this perfectly connected flow? Well, this kind of integration is a total game changer. For starters, you get complete end-to-end visibility. You can see the whole story, from need to payment, all in one place. Your efficiency just skyrockets because you've gotten rid of all that tedious, error-prone manual work. Your teams can make better, faster decisions because they have the right data at the right time. And, this is a big one, the whole process is captured and auditable, which means you're always in compliance. See, at the end of the day, connecting these two worlds does so much more than just automate a single request. It helps build a smarter, more agile business. It frees up your people to focus on strategy and innovation, not copy-pasting data. And that really brings us to our final thought. Once your sourcing is this connected and this intelligent, what's the next big business challenge you're going to solve?
All right, today we are diving into a really key part of SAP